And let's begin, like we always begin, in child's pose.
Yay, I'm so excited.
Bring your knees and forehead to the mat, and then gently begin to roll your hips back over your heels. Just try to get comfortable for right now. We're going to eventually get still in a moment, but you can't really get still unless you're comfortable. So let's get comfortable first. And so we'll have some options for our arms and knees. So the arms could be straight out long in front of you, or you can bend your elbows, bring your forefinger and thumb to touch and create that little diamond right there. Or you can draw your arms back by your sides, palms up. And how do you know what to do? What feels good? What feels the best on your shoulders? Your knees can be tucked in together, create a little shelf for your belly. Or allow your knees to separate and let the belly fall through and let gravity just begin to take over. Now that you're comfortable, start to settle in. Start to get still. Just start to get still before we do anything. I'm going to offer a metaphor for stillness, and that is, imagine your mind is a beaker of water. And in this current climate, you know, I guarantee that water's dirty and muddy and mucky just because all the things we have going on today, these days. So as we allow that beaker of water to be still, what happens? When it's still, everything just starts to draw to the bottom and the water becomes clear. And that's what we're looking for, the clearness. So into that clearness that we've just established, let's introduce the breath. Start to breathe deep and full through your nostrils, just through your nostrils. Deep and full, big inhales in your nostrils, big exhale out of your nostrils. And when you breathe like this isn't normally how you breathe, I get it. And so when you're breathing like this, you know, everything else goes away. The job goes away, the career, the race, the gender, it's all gone because all you're doing is breathing deep and full. Start to feel your body rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. Start to feel the body. Breathe deep and full. Big inhales and big exhales. And child's pose is your resting posture. And you're welcome to come back to this at any time during the practice. And you don't have to wait. If you feel tired, just come into child's pose. You need a drink of water, just come into child's pose or get that drink of water. And the only thing that'll keep you from doing this is your ego. Your ego is going to say, hey, I got to do everything. I'm not doing yoga. Well, you've been doing yoga since you made the decision to come here. Since you turned that computer on, you've been doing yoga. And there's only one thing that'll keep you from doing this, and that's your ego. Your ego is going to say you got to do everything. You don't have to do anything. I'm going to offer a big yoga buffet, and you're going to pick and choose what to do based on how you're feeling, because I don't know how you're feeling. So let's start to breathe deep and full through the nostrils. Big inhales and exhales. Now, if your arms aren't long in front, let's do that now. Bring them way to the top of the mat. Start to bring them so far forward that your elbows, wristed forearms start to come off the mat. And come up on tented fingers like little spiders. And just use your fingertips only to press gently into the mat and use that pressure of your fingertips pressing into the mat to draw your tailbone back and down under your hips, and maybe your hips will come a little further over your heels. Beautiful, beautiful. Now release your hands down and push all the air out of your lungs. Just get totally empty. Push it out. Make some noise. Never be afraid to make noise in a yoga class, particularly with your breath. So push it out. Take a big, deep inhale, rich and full. And exhale, H-A, ha. Beautiful. Let's do it again. Push the air out. Push it out. Get empty. Close your mouth this time. Take a big, deep inhale through the nostrils. Open up the back of the throat. And exhale, H-M. So that was a vibrational breath. The other breath, the breath we did before that was an audible breath. You can hear it. The vibrational breath, when we close our mouth, and HM, that's just the vibrations through the body, like a pebble in a still pond. Now start to spider crawl your fingers over to the left side of your mat. That's right, the left side. Everybody wants to left or right, we're going to go left. So just go over there, walk them over, and don't be afraid to come off the mat. You can touch wood or the floor. Just go over and take that right shoulder forward and that right hip back. The right hip's back and down. The right shoulder's forward and feel that beautiful lengthening on the right side. Maybe the left side starts to crunch up a little bit to accentuate that lengthening on the right side. Come back to center and we'll walk them over to the right side of the mat. This time the left hand comes on top of the right hand. The left shoulder goes forward, the left hip back and down, and find length on that left side. Beautiful, beautiful. Come back to center. Press into your hands. Curl your toes. Send your hips high and your heels low. For your first active posture in yoga, we're going to call it downward facing dog. Now, before we do anything, before we clean it up, come to tabletop, drop your knees, come into child's pose, back to tabletop, downward facing dog. I want you to do this just a couple more times, just to feel your body move. You can think of this like oiling up the Tin Man. Just start to feel all the joints move just a little bit. We're not going to do this a lot. So just do it once or twice. And then the next time you get to downward facing dog, stay there. Okay, we'll start to clean this up. Your arms are straight out, right from your shoulders. Your fingers are spread wide. So spread them so wide you actually feel the webbing between the fingers. Press into the fingers, the knuckles, the forefinger and the thumb. Try not to collapse too much on the heel of the palm. Start to protect your wrist. Yeah, and start to breathe. Now, look back at your feet. They should be about hips distance, and you can imagine your head right between your feet. Start to rotate your heels so you can't see them anymore. That way they're right behind your legs, and your legs are so straight. To bend your knees a whole lot, and start to lengthen the sit bones really high. Find length through the back by bending the knees. And now start to move your heart towards your thighs. Imagine somebody's got a belt around your waist and they're just going to pull you up and back, and that's how your legs are going to straighten out. Now you have that beautiful upside down V shape they always talk about in yoga. Here we go. Take an inhale and exhale, HA. Once again, push the air out. Start to breathe into this posture, this downward facing dog. Push the air out. Take a big deep inhale, rich and full. And exhale, HA, ha. On an inhale, take your right leg back. Take it long behind you. We're going for length, not height, so you want to drop your leg down so your leg's parallel with the mat. Press into both hands and imagine that heel pressing right against the back wall. Yeah, just push it. Flex your toes toward your chin so the heel's the furthest thing back. Take a big deep inhale, bend the knee, heel goes to the sky, and we stack the right hip over the left. Now start to move around here. Start to rotate your knee. You can rotate your foot about the ankle. And if that right side starts to lighten up, just press down into the right hand, drop the right shoulder. Stabilize your shoulders and allow your hips to almost move independently. And I say this in yoga, we stabilize what's stable and allow it to move to move. So take a big deep inhale, send the leg back long, and on a very gentle exhale, let it down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Nobody's going to walk out of here lopsided or go to the kitchen lopsided, as it were. Take an inhale, take the left leg back, take it long. We're going for length, not height. Flex your toes towards your chin. Let the heel be the furthest thing back. Press into both hands and imagine that heel just pressing right against the back wall in your mind's eye. Another inhale, bend the knee, heel goes to the sky, and stack the left hip over the right. Now start to squirm around here. When was the last time you heard squirm? Squirm around, move around. Make circles with your knee. Feel good. Drop the left shoulder, press into your left hand, stabilize your shoulders. Now take a big deep inhale, send the leg back long, and on a very gentle exhale, just set it down. Yeah. Once again, push the air out of the lungs, get empty, close your mouth, big deep inhale through the nostrils, open up the back of the throat, and exhale, HM. Lift your head, glance between your hands, and take a long walk to the top of the mat. Want to take 200 steps? Take 2. Take 100. Take as many as you want. Just don't take 1. Now hang in your forward fold. Look down at your feet. They should be about hips distance apart, and imagine your 2 fists right between the insteps of your feet. You're going to press down on your feet. You know, you got 3 points in each foot, 1 behind the big toe, 1 behind the little toe, and 1 in the heel. And as you press down on the points of the feet, you'll feel your arches start to lift up. Yeah, it's going to give a certain spring action to the foot. It's a the foot is a beautiful piece of evolution. It'll adapt to any surface. Now start to get heavy, opposite elbows, opposite hands. Just start to hang heavy. Just hang heavy. You can release your arms down and swing them back and forth like a rag doll. Yeah, just swing them back and forth. Bring your hands to the back of your neck. And we're not going to pull our shoulders and our head down with our hands. We're just going to use them as weights and allow everything just to fold forward naturally. Bend your knees, protect your back, and just let your hands go down. Take an inhale and do a half lift. Lift up halfway, a flat back and a long spine. Lift your shoulders and drop your heart. Bring the chin a little bit towards your chest, just a little bit to take the wrinkle out of the back of the neck. The crown of the head's forward. Where's the crown of the head? It's kind of right behind top center. If your spine was a shoot out of your head, it'd be right there. So take a big, deep inhale, lengthen through the back, and on an exhale, let it go, forward fold. Now, on an inhale, sweep the arms forward and up for your first mountain pose, Tadasana. Start to lift up. Yeah, just start to get length through the arms. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Press into your feet and start to lift from your waistband. Engage the thighs, feel the kneecaps start to lift up. Press into the feet, pinkies rolled in, thumbs out. Beautiful. Press into the mat. Take an inhale, look up, right up between your hands. Look up, reach up, glance back. Exhale, forward fold. Yeah, we'll do it again. Take another big, deep inhale. Sweep the arms forward and up. Mountain pose, Tadasana. The inhale takes you all the way up, and the exhale allows you to come down. Now, we'll do it once again on your own. One breath, one movement, do that mountain pose. Take that inhale so far up and so rich and sweet, and the exhale will just allow you to come down when it's ready. Beautiful. Take another half lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, release. Press your hands into the mat, step the right foot back, then the left, and find what we're going to call an upper push-up plank. That's what I call it, upper push-up. I think the yogis call it the plank pose or the four-limb staff pose. I'll just call it upper push-up. So hands and arms directly under the shoulders. Your heels are over the toes. The back is long, crown of the head forward. What you're doing right now is managing your body. That's what you're doing. You're managing your body. And there's no better way to get strong. Use your muscles attached to your bones and start to lengthen out. Breathe deep and full, deep and full. And you can always drop your knees to the mat if it makes this posture a little bit more accessible to you. Don't be afraid to modify. Please modify when you need to modify. So here we go. Take a big, deep inhale, roll the shoulders forward. And on an exhale, lower halfway down, elbows in by the ribs. Another inhale, sweep the heart and chest forward, uncurl your toes. There's your upward facing dog. 4 points of contact, 2 in the hands, 2 in the feet. Exhale, hips high, heels low, downward facing dog. Beautiful, beautiful. Once again, push the air out, get empty. Big, deep inhale, rich and full. And exhale, HA. Take an inhale, take your right leg back, take it long behind you. Flex your toes and step it right between your thumbs. Seal the back heel down. Another inhale sweeps you right up into warrior one. And the exhale allows the shoulders just to soften right down your back. Look over your knee, make sure you can see a sliver of your big toe. Plant your back heel into the mat, pinky side of the foot, just press right into the mat. Take your right hip back and your left hip forward and just square off your hips till they stop. Don't force anything. They have this adage in sports that says no pain, no gain. Well, in yoga, it's no pain, no injury. Stay safe. Just allow your body to move the way it moves. You're building a relationship with your body in yoga. Your body's going to become your partner. Listen to your partner. You're basically in the mountain pose from the waist up. Take a big, deep inhale to look up, reach up, maybe glance back, reach back, exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back and travel through our flow that we just went through. High plank to low plank, up dog to down dog. Beautiful. That's our flow. That's going to link all the postures together. Take an inhale, take the left leg back. Take it long behind you, flex your toes and step it through. Back heel seals down. Another inhale, sweeps the arms forward and up. Warrior one. Beautiful. Exhale, the shoulders right down your back. Just let them melt right down your back. Left hip back, right hip forward. Just start to square off your hips. Find length through your arms. Rotate your pinkies in. Again, you're in the mountain pose from the waist up. Press into the pinky side of each foot. Beautiful. If your front knee is going towards the center of the mat, press down on that pinky side of the foot, let that knee slide right over. Take a big, deep inhale to look up right between your hands. Look up, reach up, glance back, exhale, answer the mat. Left foot steps back and we flow. Now, it's on you. One breath, one movement. Warrior one right side, warrior one left side. Use this opportunity to start to teach yourself yoga. Yeah. You know what I am? I'm a guy that talks about yoga. I'm just a cat that talks about yoga. You're the real teacher. Teach yourself yoga. Start to breathe, move, and feel. That's what we come here for, to breathe, move, and feel and see what happens. I'm never around for the see what happens part now. That usually happens maybe outside the door of the studio, maybe when you turn your computer off. Just start to breathe deep and full. Use your breath. Use your breath. Maybe close your eyes as much as you can. I want you to be safe, but close your eyes when you feel comfortable and safe. You know, the distractions are going to come from the visual first. So if you can close your eyes, you can eliminate that distraction at least. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. I love everybody's flow. Great. Once again, let's push the air out. We'll do this a lot. We'll push the air out. We want to get attention to our breath. We want to connect with our breath. So push it out, get empty. Take a big, deep inhale, rich and full. And exhale, each air. Take an inhale, take your right leg back. Take it long behind you. Flex your toes and step it right between your thumb. Roll the back heel down. Another inhale sweeps you up in the warrior one, and the exhale, peel it open into warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back. Yeah, the gaze is over the fingertips of the right hand, not at the fingertips, but over them. Look past the fingertips. Pinky side of the back foot is parallel with the short side of the mat. Tuck in your belly, hips and shoulders to the side of the room, and the gaze is over the fingertips. How are you keeping your arms up? What are you using? Using your shoulders, your biceps, triceps. Think about the skin under your fingernails. See if you can push that right hand into the future. Back arm, push it to pass behind you. And where do you find yourself? You find yourself right here in this present moment. Now, now, now. Life is a series of now, 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 and that's exactly where we're at. Breathe deep and full. Take a big, deep inhale to reach. Now, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step the right foot back and travel through your flow. High plank to low plank, up dog to down dog. Beautiful. Take an inhale, take the left leg back. Take it long behind you. Flex your toes and step it right between your thumbs. Back heel seals down. Another inhale sweeps you up in the warrior one, and the exhale, peel it open, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Hips and shoulders to that side of the room. The gaze is over the left fingertips. I want you to turn around and look at your back arm. See if it's as straight as your front arm. And if it isn't, make the adjustment. Yeah, the arms are long, the breath is smooth and free. And we're just breathing in this beautiful posture of warrior two. There's a beautiful story about these warrior poses. And if you Google the origin of the warrior poses, I guarantee your yoga practice will never be the same once you know the origin of these postures. It's kind of a long story and I can't go through it right now, but trust me, Google that and you'll love it. Take a big, deep inhale to reach. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step the left foot back and flow. On your own, one breath, one movement, warrior one right side, warrior one left side. Another opportunity to teach yourself yoga. Beautiful. Stay with your breath as you move. Teach yourself yoga. Calm. The breath is calm and free. Breathe. And you know, don't try to conform to warrior two. Let warrior two conform to your body. Everyone's so unique and different, which means warrior two is going to be different for every single person in this class. This beautiful class from all over the world. I'm so proud to be here. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. Take your time. There's no hurry. There's no race to win. There's no finish line. We're just practicing yoga. Take your time and breathe. Let the movements be gentle and the breath easy. Don't stress or strain. There's never been a yoga posture made to stress you out. That's what we come to yoga, to not stress, to unstress, de-stress. Now, from downward facing dog, once again, push the air out, get empty. This time, close your mouth. Take a big, deep inhale through the nostrils. Open up the back of the throat. And exhale, HM. Feel the vibration through your body. Lift your head, bend your knees, and hop, step, or float to the top of the mat, forward fold. Yeah, take a half lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, release. Another inhale, sweep the arms forward, hips low, heart high, chair pose. Uttanasana, the mighty pose, the fierce pose. So start to be fierce and mighty in this pose. Press into your feet. Look over your knees. Make sure you can see your toes. If you can't see your toes, take your hips back. The knees and shins will follow. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Start to use the muscles in your thighs to lift your heart. Use the same muscles in your thighs to start to lift your arm. Bring biceps by the ears. Sit a little lower. Reach a little longer. Where do you feel the sensations? Where's your edge? Go live there. Go live in the edge. Live in the sensation. Live in the resistance. You can live anywhere for a couple of breaths, right? Nothing lasts forever. Take a big, deep inhale and dive forward. Forward fold. Now shake it out a little bit. Bend one knee, bend the other. Get jiggy with it if you want. Yeah, go ahead. Here we go. Press into the mat. Take an inhale. Sweep the arms forward. Heart high, hips low, chair pose. Another opportunity. Don't ever think of yoga poses as obligations. They're opportunities. This time you have the opportunity to sit a little lower, reach a little longer, maybe even smile, right? Doesn't child's pose bring a smile to everybody's face? Do you know it takes, what did I say? Yes, chair pose, excuse me. You know, it takes 16 muscles to smile and 34 to frown. So do the math. Soften the face, soften the jaw. Take a big, deep inhale to lengthen, exhale, forward fold. Beautiful, beautiful. Shake it out once again. Yeah, feel the heat start to generate. Here we go. Bend your knees. Hips low, heart high, chair pose. Maybe not the last one, we'll see. Sit a little lower, but let's make it the best one. Let's make this the best one yet. Sit a little lower, knees drawn back, arms are long. The breath is free and easy. Flutter your lips if you want to release a little tension. Go ahead. It's a great way to release tension. Start to breathe deep through the nostrils, exhale out of your nostrils. Yeah. You want to drop your arms? Drop your arms. Go ahead. It's okay. You never have to worry about breaking the rules in yoga because there aren't any. So take an inhale, lengthen, sit a little lower, reach a little longer. Exhale, forward fold. Take a half lift, flatten out the back, create that long spine. Once again, exhale, release. Hands to the mat, step your feet back, and travel through your flow. High to low, up to down. Beautiful. Stay with your breath, everyone. Stay with your breath. Yeah. Deep and full. Let's just stay here for a couple of breaths. Just breathe deep and full through your nostrils, exhale out of your nostrils. And start to create a little constriction in your throat, kind of like that Darth Vader kind of voice. That's your Ujjayi breath. That's going to be the wind to move you through the rest of this practice. That'll be the wind in your sails. Big deep inhales and big deep exhales. Take an inhale, take your right leg back. Take it long behind you, flex your toes and step it through. Back heel seals down. Another inhale, sweeps you up in the warrior one. The exhale, peel it open, warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. We've been here before, yeah. The gaze is over the fingertips of the right hand. Flip the right palm up. Take an inhale, reach a little more, another inch more, and then take that right arm and hand straight to the sky. Reverse your warrior to a peaceful warrior, an exalted warrior. The gaze is up past the fingertips. Find a home for your left arm. You've got options. You can bring it around the back, lay it in that little hip crease on your right behind the right thigh. You can drag it down your leg, above or below the knee. You can even put it on your hips, pushing your hips lower to get lower, more into the lunge. The gaze is up at the fingertips. This is not a back bend, it's a side bend. So drop the left shoulder down and towards your body. The right shoulder goes up and away from your body. Take a big, deep inhale to look up and exhale. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Right foot steps back and we flow. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Take an inhale, take your left leg back. Take it long behind you, flex your toes and step it through. The back heel seals down. Another inhale, sweep it up to one, peel it open into two. Yeah, we've been here before. Keep the back arm nice and straight as the front arm. The gaze is over the left fingertips. Flip your left palm up. Take an inhale to reach. A little more, another inch more, and then take that left arm and hand straight to the sky. Reverse your warrior on this side to an exalted warrior. Find a home for your right arm. You've got choices. Got lots of choices. Right shoulder drops down and back towards your body. Left shoulder up and away. Straighten out the front arm if you can. The top arm, straighten it, make it nice and long. The gaze is up past the fingertips. Feel this beautiful side stretch. Beautiful. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Left foot steps back and we flow. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Beautiful. Everyone's moving so beautifully. Now, on your own, one breath, one movement. Warrior one, warrior two, reverse warrior, right side and left. This will be the longest one breath, one movement of class. Take your time. There's no hurry. There's no race to win. You're just teaching yourself yoga. You're teaching yourself how to breathe, move, and feel. And something wonderful happens. Stay with your breath. Use that Ujjayi breath to help you move through these postures. Take your time. Breath is easy, movement's free. Breath free, movement's gentle. Think of all these postures as just oiling up the Tin Man. Give a little squirt here, a little squirt here. Just feel your bones move, feel your joints open and create. We'll meet in downward facing dog when you're ready. You know, I love some of the choices that are being made. As I watch you guys on the screen here, take that drink of water, go into child's pose, wipe the ego right away with the sweat, just wipe it away. Modify when you need to modify and work when you need to work. Once again, whether in downward facing dog or child's pose, begin to push the air out of the lungs, push it out, get so empty. Draw in your belly, take the last bit of air out of your lungs. Take a big deep inhale and exhale, H-A-Ah. Take an inhale, take your right leg back, take it long behind you, flex your toes and step it through right between your thumbs. Pause right here. Come up on tented fingers and start to square off your hips. We're going to stabilize, roll the back heel down. Just get stable before we move. Take a big deep inhale, lift your torso, sweep your arms back like airplane wings and find your power lunge, your powerful lunge. I want you to look down and see if you can see your thigh. If you can see your thigh, you need to lift up a little bit more. Start to create a beautiful line of energy right from the crown of the head, through the shoulders, through the hips, and right to that heel. Beautiful. Breathe. Draw your arms behind you. Open up your heart, bring your shoulder blades together, and interlock your fingers right there. Make that big fist back there. Take a big deep inhale. Draw the fist way back towards your heels. And on an exhale, sweep your arms forward, extending your powerful lunge. Yeah, the arms are long. You've got that beautiful line of energy. Lift your arms so your biceps are framing the ear. Now you got a beautiful line of energy from fingertips, through the shoulders, through the hips, and right to your heel. Beautiful. Take another inhale, sweep it up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Yeah, we've been here before. Beautiful. The gaze is over the fingertips. Take a big deep inhale to reach, and then bring the right hand down to the instep of the right foot, left arm floats straight up, side angle. Now, if you need to modify, bring your right forearm just on your thigh, right behind your knee. That's a beautiful modification. The gaze is up towards the top hand. I want you to bring that left arm over your ear. So now you got a beautiful line of energy from fingertips, once again, through the shoulders, through the hips there. Now bring your right arm to meet your left for a core strengthener. Stack your shoulders. Stack your hands pressing in, not pressing into each other, facing each other. Shoulders stacked. Feel the core start to work. Beautiful. Take an inhale, twist a little more, and on an exhale, now bring the left hand down to the instep of the right foot, float the right arm up. Left arm, yeah, there you go. You revolved your side angle. Beautiful. Stack your shoulders and stack your arms. The gaze is up towards the top hand. Try to bring it straight up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Stack shoulders, stack arms. Take an inhale to lengthen, and on your exhale, bring your right hand down between your left hand and your foot. So as you look across, you're going to have a hand, and a foot. Beautiful. Press into the back foot. Now, take an inhale and bring right hand counterclockwise around the back of the ankle. Lay it right on your ankle with your foot, and bring the right hand to meet it for an ankle bind. Use the pull into that ankle so you can drop that heavy head. Maybe bring the shoulders under the thigh. Try to keep your hips nice and high, kind of like downward facing dog hips. Press into the back foot. Drop the heavy head. Drop your shoulders. Breathe. Take a big, deep inhale. Start to unravel. Leave the right hand down. Float the left arm up. Your back to side angle. Yeah. Now bring that top hand behind you. Put the back of the hand right on your sacrum. Shoulders stacked. There's your half bind. If you want a full bind, bring the right arm under the thigh and try to hold hands with yourself. But you don't have to hold hands with yourself. You can grab clothing, grab air. Just don't collapse your heart to the mat. Lift it up. So if you don't hold hands, that's even better. I'd rather see the heart lifted than holding your hands under your body. Beautiful. Take a big, deep inhale, twist a little more, exhale, hands to the mat, right foot steps back, and we flow it out. Beautiful. Stay with your breath as you move. Stay with your breath as you move. Now, take an inhale, left leg floats back. Take it long behind you and step it right between your thumbs. Seal the back heel down. Stay here, pause right here, come up on tented fingers. Start to square up your body. Take your left hip back, right hip forward. Get squared away. Stabilize the stable base. Take an inhale and lift your torso. Sweep your arms back. Powerful lunge. Yeah. Keep the arm. Palms are down. Arms are long. Interlock your fingers behind you, your arms behind you. Create that big fist once again. Take an inhale. Bring that big fist back towards the right heel. And on an exhale, sweep the arms forward and up, extending your powerful lunge. You've got a beautiful line of energy. Fingertips through the shoulders, through the hips, and right to the heel. Stay with your breath. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got to breathe. You got to send oxygen-rich blood to all the parts of the body that need it. You can only do that with your breath and your heart. Take an inhale, sweep it up to warrior one, peel it open, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, take a big, deep inhale and bring your left hand down to the instep of the left foot. Right arm floats straight up. Stack your shoulders and stack your arms if you can. Now, take that top arm and bring it over your ear. Right arm over the ear, fingertips point to where the ceiling hits the wall. Now, one little more, draw your left arm up for a core strengthener. Stack your shoulders. Palms are facing each other. Stack your shoulders and just twist. Press into your feet. Just press into the pinky side of each foot, or all the points of the foot. Just press in deep and full. Take a big, deep inhale. Twist a little more. And on an exhale, bring the right hand down to the instep of the left foot. Float the left arm straight up. You revolved your side angle. Stack your shoulders. Gaze up towards your top hand. Once again, you can modify. No, you don't really modify too much here, huh? Yeah, just bring it up, lift it up, take an inhale, and bring the left hand down between your left foot and your right hand. So now you look across, you got a foot and a hand and a hand. Take your left hand and draw it clockwise around the back of your ankle, lay it right on your ankle, the top of the foot. Bring the right hand to meet it, and just pull into that ankle, pull into that foot, and see if you can drop the heavy head for your ankle bind. Beautiful. You can always drop a knee down too, by the way. Please modify if you need to modify. Whatever posture, whatever modification you need to make that modification. Once again, we wipe the ego right away with the sweat. Yeah. Breathe deep and full. Keep the hips nice and high if you can. Press into that back foot. Take an inhale. Begin to unravel slowly. Leave the left hand down. Float the right arm up. You're back to side angle. Now, you can take this top hand, bring it behind you, back of the hand, right on the sacrum. Lift your shoulders. Stack your shoulders and send your heart right to the sky. And if you're ready for a full bind, just take the left arm under the thigh. Once again, don't collapse your heart to the mat. Lift it up. Even if it means you're not going to hold your hands, it's okay. Just point them the way you want them to go. Everything in yoga is about pointing things in the direction that you want them to go, and eventually they'll get there, I promise, but maybe not in this lifetime. So there you go. Take an inhale. Lift the heart a little higher, and on an exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot steps back and we flow. Beautiful. High to low, up to down. Wonderful. Everyone's working so hard. Beautiful. I'm just looking across the screen. It's beautiful, everyone. Thank you. Now, push the air out of the lungs. Once again, push it out. Make some noise. Make an SH sound. Push it out. Close your mouth. Big, deep inhale through the nostrils. Open up the back of the throat. And exhale, HM. Feel the vibrations move through the body. Lift your head. Glance between your hands. Hop, step, or float, top of the mat, forward fold. Yeah. Now, heel, toe your feet together. Create a big tree trunk of the legs. So toes touch, ankles touch, heels touch. You want to create a big tree trunk. Draw everything into the center line. Now, take a half lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, release. Another inhale, sweeps the arms forward, hips low, heart high, palms together, thunderbolt. Yeah, beautiful. Keep the arms nice and straight if you can, bring them by your ears. And if you can't really straighten out the arms, just drop them a little bit in front of your face. Just a little bit, they'll straighten out the arms. Sit low. Beautiful. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Draw the hips back. Take a big, deep inhale, lengthen from the hips right to the fingertips, and exhale, forward fold. Yeah. Here we go. One more time. Take an inhale, sweep the arms forward, thunderbolt. Draw everything into the center line. Drop your hands a little bit in front of your face if you want to straighten out those arms. Beautiful. Draw hands to heart center, namaskar, thumbs to the heart. Lift your elbows and press into your palms. Sit low. Take another inhale to lift, lean forward, and twist to the right. The left elbow is going to come outside and behind the right thigh, right behind the knee. Stack your shoulders. The gaze is up over the right shoulder to look at your elbow, the right elbow. Bottom hand's pressing into top hand. Top hand presses into bottom hand. Beautiful. You want to fly away, take the right arm straight up, left arm down. Beautiful. If you want to bind, bring the top arm around the back and just try to touch it with your left hand. Come back to fly away once again. Hands come to center and gently twist to the front. Here we go. Take an inhale, lift, lean forward and twist to the left now. Right elbow hooks outside and behind the thigh, right behind the knee. Bottom hand presses in the top hand. Rotate the right hip back so you can square off your knees. Beautiful. Stack your shoulders, palms pressing into each other. You can fly away, release the left arm up, right arm down. You combine by bringing the top arm behind you, left arm or right arm comes under your legs. Yeah. Now, release everything away, fly away, hands come back once again and gently twist to the front of the room. Take a big deep inhale, lift, dive forward, forward fold. Take another half lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, release, hands to the mat, step your feet back and pause right there. Pause in your upper push-up plank. Once again, we're managing our body right now. This is what we're doing. We're just managing our body. Once again, you can bring your hand or your knees to the mat if that makes this a little bit more accessible. There you go. Here we go. Take an inhale, Roll your shoulders forward and exhale, lower halfway down. We're going to do some yogi push-ups. Inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, lower, like 2/3 of the way down. Inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, just hover above the mat, just a couple inches. Stay here for 3, for 2, for 1. Push the mat away. Hips high, heels low, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Push the air out of the lungs. Get empty. Push it out. Big, deep inhale. And exhale, HA. Take an inhale. Take your right leg back. Take it long behind you. Flex your toes and step it through. Back heel stays lifted. All 10 toes pointing forward. Another inhale sweeps you up to a high crescent lunge. Yeah. If you start to feel a little wobbly here, widen your stance. Take your heel toe, your right foot over to the right. Lift the left foot and take it to the left. Imagine you're on railroad tracks and not on a tightrope. Yeah. If you get a little wobbly, just widen the stance. Stabilize your base. Tuck in your belly. Take an inhale and draw your hands to heart center, namaskar, thumbs to the heart. Another inhale to lift, lean forward and twist to the right. Left elbow hooks outside behind the right knee on the thigh. Stack your shoulders and stack your arms. Want to fly away? Go ahead, fly away. Right arm up, left arm down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take an inhale. Bring your hands together once again and twist to the front of the room. Sweep your arms forward, crescent lunge. Take an inhale to look up, reach up, glance back, exhale, hands to the mat. Right foot steps back and we flow. Take an inhale. Take your left leg back. Take it long behind you. Flex your toes and step it through, right between your thumbs. Back heel stays. Oh no, back heel stays lifted. All 10 toes pointing forward. Take an inhale. Sweep the arms forward and up. Your high crescent lunge. Feel a little wobbly, widen the stance. Yeah. Heel toe the left foot over to the left. Just lift the right foot and take it to the right. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward, just enough till they stop moving. Breathe. Draw the hands to heart center, namaskar, thumbs to the heart. Once again, take an inhale, lean forward and twist to the left. The right elbow hooks outside behind the right knee on the thigh. Stack your shoulders, stack your elbows. The gaze is over the left shoulder to look at your elbows. Bottom hand, press it into top hand, press it into the bottom hand. Take an inhale, fly away if you like. Exhale. Beautiful. Take an inhale to lengthen, bring your hands back together, gently twist to the front of the room, sweep your arms out, high crescent lunge. Take an inhale to look up, reach up, glance back, reach back. Exhale, hands to the mat, left foot steps back, and we travel through our flow. Beautiful. We'll start to slow it down a little bit here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Just take a couple of breaths in downward facing dog. Now, take an inhale, take your right leg back, take it long behind you. Bend your knee, heel goes to the sky, stack your right hip over your left, and on your exhale, bring your right knee outside and behind the right wrist. Yep, so we're setting up for half pigeon. The guest of honor has arrived. We made it to half pigeon. The right foot comes behind the left wrist and start to lower down. Now, you really want to straighten out the back leg, and the best way to straighten out the back leg is to take the entire top of that big toe, that left big toe, and push it completely into the mat. Hands and arms directly under the shoulders. Take an inhale, puff it up like a proud pigeon. And on your exhale, begin to slowly walk your hands forward and find your resting pigeon. Yeah, beautiful. You can make a little pillow for your head with your palms. You can bring your forearms across each other, make a little pillow for yourself. And just start to breathe, slow and easy. Just get quiet. And there's nothing to do right now. There's absolutely nothing to do. Distance between your thoughts, that's all you have to do. Distance between your thoughts. Create as much distance as you can, just like we put distance between the fingertips and the heel, distance between your thoughts. And please don't be in a hurry to fill the space you're creating. Find the softness, the gentleness that we had in child's pose. Remember that like a million years ago? Child's pose. Gently, ever so gently, push the air out of the lungs. Gently, like a whisper. Take a soft inhale, so soft and so sweet. And exhale, HM. Now, as mindfully as we got in, we're going to get out. So start to bring your hands under your shoulders. Lift your torso. Curl the toes of the back foot. Create a three-legged dog. And travel through another flow and come up to another downward facing dog. Beautiful, Alice. Take an inhale, take your left leg back. Take it long behind you. Bend your knees, send the heel to the sky and stack left hip over right. Open up the hips a little bit more. And on your exhale, bring your left knee outside behind the left wrist. The left foot comes behind the right wrist. And maybe the shin's parallel with the mat, maybe it isn't. It's okay. You'll get there. Just point things in the direction that you want them to go. Arm and hands directly under the shoulders. Take an inhale, puff it up like a proud pigeon. Lift your head. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands forward and find your resting pigeon. Back leg nice and straight. Press into the top of that pinky, that big toe side of the foot. Just press into it. The heel comes right behind the leg. Once again, distance between your thoughts. That's it. Distance between your thoughts. Rest. Find softness. Find subtleness. Gently breathe. Soften the breath. Distance between your thoughts. That's all there is. Keep the mind free, the breath easy. Once again, gently, ever so gently, push the air out of the lungs. Just like a whisper. Take an inhale, soft and sweet. How sweet can your breath be? And exhale, HM. Once again, as mindfully as we got in, we're going to get out. So bring hands under your shoulders, lift your torso. Curl the toes of the back foot. Create that three-legged dog once again. Now travel through your flow. This will be the last flow of class and your last downward facing dog. So just take it easy, take it nice and slow. Savor every moment of these movements. Now, gently, ever so gently, roll your shoulders over your arms and hands to find an upper push-up plank. We're going to lower down on the mat to the count of 5. And if this was a race, the last person down would win. So gently start to lower down for 4. Elbows in by the ribs for 3. The heart comes to the mat for 2. The hips for 1, and you're there. Start to draw your hands back by your sides. Palms down. Draw your feet together. Heels together, toes together. Create that big tree trunk of a leg like we had in Thunderbolt. Bring your chin to the center of the chest and sweep your arms straight out. Palms face each other, thumbs to the sky. Take a big deep, before you do anything, just get long first. Take an inhale, lengthen, fingertips to toes, and then start to lift up. Lift the heart, lift the thighs, lift your feet, lift your head. Start to look up, to get up. Take a little higher. Take another rib off the mat. Take another inch of thigh off the mat. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take an inhale, lift it all up. And then exhale, let it all go. Bring the right ear to the mat and gaze to your left. Draw your hands back by your sides and feel your heart and breath against the mat. Once again, take your arms forward. Chin to the center of the mat. Palms face each other. Press your hips into the mat, pelvis into the mat, and lift it all up. Lift the heart, lift the thighs, lift your feet, lift your hands. Start to look up, to get up. Press your hips into the mat to lift everything a little bit higher. One more rib, one more inch of thigh. Take a big, deep inhale and let it all go. Bring your opposite ear to the mat, hands back by your sides, and feel your heart. Feel your breath. And if you want to windshield wipe your legs, go ahead, but do it like it's a drizzle, not like it's a rainstorm. Slowly. It'll feel just as good on the low back, going nice and slow. You don't have to, it's not a rainstorm, it's not a blizzard, it's not anything. Just move gently. Now release everything away. Release the feet down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. And with those big, strong arms, push yourself up till you're standing on your knees right in the center of the mat. We're going to set up for camel. So you got your shoulders over your hips and your hips are over your knees. The shoelace side of the feet down. Take an inhale and bring your hands to the low back, just to the low back. The low back is not your butt, it's your low back. So the heel of the palm is right below the bottommost rib. Fingers down, thumbs out, pinkies might touch. And see if you can hide your elbows from me. Just open up your heart, bring your shoulder blades together. Take a big, deep inhale and lift your heart. Push your hips out and just drop your head right between your shoulder blades. Lift the heart. Push your hips forward. Just drop that heavy head. Now, if your heart's above your head, or you can see the floor of the wall behind you, I invite you, and that's the language of yoga, an invitation, a suggestion, draw your hands to your heels. Only if you do so safely and you're well supported. Breathe, breathe, drop your head. Take a big, deep inhale to lift your heart a little higher. Now, if your hands are on your heels, bring them back to the low back once again. And then gently, gently start to unravel. Let the head and neck be the last to come down. And just sit in hero's pose. Just sit in hero's pose. I'd like you to close your eyes right now. And bring your hands just to the top of your thighs. You know, this is a gesture of giving, but it's also a gesture of receiving. So just close your eyes. You want to have like a little mini meditation. It isn't going to last very long. It's impossible, said pride. It's risky, said experience. It's pointless, said reason. Give it a try, whispered the heart. Flutter your eyes open. I told you it wouldn't last very long. Take the legs out as long as you can. Any way you want to get there. Cross your legs, sweep them under, just turn around and sweep them out. To sit right in the center of the mat. So those sit bones, those two pointy bones in your butt, start to pull the fleshy parts of the cheeks away. Press the bottom of your legs into the mat, particularly your calves. Try to push your calves way into the mat. What happens is the heels start to lift and the toes will grow. You can actually watch them grow. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up, and on an exhale, bring everything forward. Try to grab the pinky sides of your feet. Now, if you can't grab your feet, grab your ankles, grab your shins. Just drop the heavy head. Start to lift from the waistband. Take your shoulders forward. Drop that heavy head. Yeah. And maybe you can bend your knees a little bit, drop your elbows, and just breathe. This is the same forward fold that we've been doing all class long. The only thing is now you're sitting down. Once again, take a big, deep inhale. Get down a little bit lower, drop the head a little further, and on your exhale, just slide your hands straight up your legs and just sit right there in the center of the mat. Bring your feet to the mat, knees up. Take your arms out long. Lift your shins and find your half boat. You want to do a full boat, straighten out the legs. Bring the palms together. Take an inhale, reach, and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center, twist to the left. Inhale to center, twist to the right. Inhale to center, twist to the left. Inhale to center, pause, open up your hands, open up your arms. Bring your knees to your chest to knees, and lower, lengthen, and hover. Inhale, knees to chest to knees, lower, lengthen, and hover. Inhale, knees to chest to knees, lower, lengthen, and hover. Now do some scissor kicks for 8, for 7, for 6. Draw the arms back, biceps by your ears, for 6, for 6, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Hey, we're not done yet. Knees up, shins straight out. Bring your hands behind your neck, lift your head and lift your shoulders and bring your right elbow to your left knee. Now, opposite elbow, opposite knee. I'm going to count that down from 20, go as fast as slow as you like. 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees to your chest and give yourself a big yogi hug. Go ahead, love yourself. Love yourself a little bit more than you do already. Roll around, roll around. Yeah. Imagine there's pizza dough and you're shaking, you just want to flatten it out. Yeah. Just start to bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a big, big hug. Now, take an inhale and bring the soles of your feet together. Spread your knees like a butterfly and grab the pinky sides of your feet and draw them to your heart. Try to keep your head down, your shoulders down, your tailbone down. I know you need a long torso to get all that accomplished, but give it a try. Just start to draw your feet to your heart, not to your low belly, not to your face, but to your heart. Just breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a big, deep inhale. Draw the feet a little closer to your heart. Now open it up, happy baby, dead bugs pose. Yeah. Your feet are over your knees. And you're just kind of lengthening one leg, lengthening the other, maybe roll back and forth for your happy baby. There's also something to be said for a still happy baby too. So slowly push the air out of your lungs. Push it all out. It's so empty. Open up your mouth. Take a big deep inhale. Put the tongue right in the center of your mouth. And exhale, lion's breath. Just roar like a lion. Let's do it again. Push the air out. Push it out. Big deep inhale. Open up your mouth. Tongue right in the center of your mouth. Scrunch up your face. Now slowly, we're going to go through a shoulder stand, but I'm going to kind of deconstruct it a little bit. So just take your knees up and take your shins out. Just take them out. Now, bring your hands by your sides, palms up, knees up, shins out. Yeah. Take a big, deep inhale and bring your knees right over your head. Now your thighs are parallel with the top of the mat. Yeah, stay here. Bring your hands to your low back. Push your low back. Support yourself with your elbows, triceps, and maybe wriggle the shoulders under the torso. Once you feel really stable, take an inhale and take your legs straight up. Yeah, beautiful. Don't turn to the left or to the right. Protect your neck. You're in an inversion. The heart's above the head. Protect your neck. Do not turn to the left or to the right. And if you want a little more, just draw your feet behind you for a plow. Gently. Just gently. And maybe your toes touch and maybe they don't. It's okay. And maybe in one lifetime, maybe not this one, but another one, the knees will come to your ears for deaf man's pose. Now, if you're in a plow, start to lift your legs, take your legs straight up once again, bend your knees, and gently allow yourself to just fall right into your final savasana, your corpse pose. Let it all fall away. You know that everything we've done this morning has led us to this condition. We have exhausted our bodies. Now we're just lying in rest, just warding off fatigue. It's such an ideal meditative state. You're not going to control your mind. All you can do is open it up. Open up the front door, open up the back door. Let things come in, let things leave. Don't give anything a reason to stay. Don't serve coffee and cake. Yoga to the People classes have always been and always will be donation based. And donation is Donation-based yoga is not free yoga, it's donation-based. Donation by definition is the act of giving. So think of your donation as a gift to keep this studio alive when we all come back. Maybe you can't afford, maybe this is the time. You don't know how many times I hear in a yoga class, I'm so grateful for donation-based yoga. It allowed me to do yoga when I was out of a job. So now if you have the freedom to give that into that virtual tissue box, a little donation button on the web page there. Think of it as a virtual tissue box, just like at the end of class, you see holding the tissue box. Yeah. I'm going to read a quote. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended, not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. Start to wiggle your toes. Start to wiggle your hands. Roll over onto your right side and bring your knees up into your chest. Use your left arm to push yourself up and just sit at the edge of the mat. The class is over. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I'm going to unmute everyone.